Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to the live. Welcome, 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 welcome. Today we're talking about how empaths become mirrors after waking up from narcissistic abuse. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Welcome, 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 welcome. Happy Fun Day Friday to you, wherever you are. Welcome. Today we're talking about how empaths become mirrors. Why empaths are mirrors, particularly after waking up from narcissistic abuse. This is what we're talking about today. So welcome and come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How do empaths become mirrors? What's this mirror effect? Hello, Wildflower. Come on in. Welcome. Why empaths are mirrors, how empaths become mirrors, and what this means after you wake up from narcissistic abuse. So come on in, come on in, come on in, and tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody. We're going deep into this today. So let's begin. And the topic today is why escaping narcissistic abuse turns the empath into a mirror that activates demons in narcissists or in the world. See? Why escaping narcissistic abuse turns the empath into a mirror that activates people's demons. This is what we're talking about today. See? So that's the message today. How the empath becomes a mirror that activates demons in narcissists. So there is a moment that occurs after you escape narcissistic abuse, you see? And that moment is you begin to see through words. You begin to see through smiles. You begin to see through charm. Don't worry. You begin to see through the performance. And suddenly, the narcissist who once seemed omnipotent starts to tremble like a child inside a costume. I know you do. And that's when the hatred begins. Because the narcissist, Carl Williams, does not hate you for leaving. They hate you because your consciousness becomes reflective enough to expose their unreality, their illusions. Let me say it again. You become a mirror because you see through smiles. You see through the charm. You see through the performance. And suddenly, the narcissist who seemed once omnipotent starts to look like a trembling child in a costume. And that's where the hatred begins. They want to be us. And they hate you and they want to be us because your consciousness becomes reflective enough to expose their unreality. Meaning, you become a mirror and the narcissist cannot survive mirrors. Because mirrors do not attack. Mirrors reveal. Let me say it again. Mirrors do not attack. Right? Can you hear me? No sound? Oh, no. Okay, let me end and start again. I think there's something off here. Let me end this and start again. It seems to happen when we're talking about something higher vibration. Folks on TikTok can't hear me, so we're going to begin again. We're going to begin again. You see? I don't know why this happens. You see? But this is what happens. Okay, thank you. So let's begin with the hard science. Let me begin with the hard science. A mirror is a surface that produces specular reflection. This means that light rays hit the surface and bounce back in a coherent way. Love, peace, I'm glad you're here. Right? This is what happens. And this means that your angle of incidence becomes the angle of reflection. This is the first spiritual law in physics. A mirror is not creative. You see? A mirror is not creative. A mirror is not interpretive. It is not emotional. A mirror is a system that returns reality back to the observer. You see? A mirror is a system that returns reality back to the observer. By the way, if I'm talking to you, type transform in the comment section. I want to know that I'm talking to you, Cosmina Emerson, Viva Palestine, Za9s. I want to know I'm talking to you. So a mirror is a system that returns reality back to the observer. In physics, reflection happens because of the interaction between light waves and electrons on the surface. So when photons strike the metal surface, electrons oscillate. Thank you, Leanne, you're so kind. See, so a mirror is essentially a disciplined electron field that refuses to absorb distortion. A mirror is simply a disciplined electron field that refuses to absorb distortion. Let that land. And a mirror is a surface whose internal structure is so coherent that it does not collapse into chaos when hit with light. This is why a mirror is the perfect metaphor for an empath. Who am I talking to? The mirror is the perfect metaphor for an empath. So let me talk to you about the empath as a biological mirror system. I want to talk to you about the empath as a biological mirror system. Empaths are not too sensitive. Empaths are, in fact, neurologically designed for high resolution interpersonal perception, meaning that your nervous system is a tuning fork. Your brain is a predictive machine. Your vagus nerve is a social phenomena antenna. You see? And empaths have heightened activity in this way because of all the things that happen in the brain. In short, the empath's body is a mirror laboratory. But narcissistic abuse corrupts the system, Tiff, because it trains the empath to mirror the narcissist's false self instead of reality. And that is what trauma bonding really is. Trauma bonding is a coerced mirroring because you became their reflective surface. You became their emotional regulator. You became their identity stabilizer. You became everything that they were not. And that's why they become addicted to your nervous system. That's why they become addicted to your nervous system. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the narcissist's core defect, meaning they cannot reflect. The core defect of a narcissist is they cannot reflect. And this is the first major paradigm shift. The narcissist is not simply arrogant. The narcissist is structurally incapable of sustained reflection. The narcissist is structurally incapable of sustained reflection. Why? Because self-reflection requires one thing. It requires the ability to tolerate shame without disintegrating. Self-reflection requires the ability, Christine, to tolerate shame without disintegrating. Who am I talking to? I'm breaking it down, Ivan. Shame is the gateway emotion, and narcissism is fundamentally a disorder of shame intolerance. Narcissism is fundamentally a disorder of shame intolerance. Love, peace, to be free. Kimmy, Christine. So instead of processing shame, the narcissist performs an ancient psychological maneuver. Let me say that again. Instead of processing shame, the narcissist performs an ancient psychological maneuver. Do you know what that is? It's called splitting. And splitting or fragmentation is the refusal to integrate opposites. So instead of I have flaws and strengths, the narcissist psyche says, I am perfect. You are flawed. Or I am righteous. You are evil. That's duality. This is not personality. This is a defense architecture. And this is why the work of what narrative, that's exactly it. And this is why the work of Carl Jung the Swiss psychotherapist, becomes lethal. Because Jung talked about the shadow self, and the shadow is the demon in you. Jung's shadow, oh, your sister, I'm so sorry, and Wildflower, I'm glad it resonates. Jung's shadow is not a metaphor. The shadow is a psychic mass of disowned truth. A shadow is a psychic mass of disowned truth. This is what the narcissist lives with. And specifically, Carl Jung said, one, and I paraphrase, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making darkness conscious. Let me say that again. This is Carl Jung. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making darkness conscious. The narcissist refuses this process of making darkness conscious, so their shadow does not integrate. Instead, that shadow becomes autonomous. And in Jungian language, the shadow becomes a complex. They have no capacity to heart. You said it. So the narcissist becomes this complex. The shadow becomes a complex in the narcissist. And by the way, if I'm talking to you, type transform, so I know I'm talking to you. Type transform in the comments. You said it. Also, what you find in anointing others, you find in yourself. That's exactly right. So the shadow becomes a complex, and the complex is a psychic sub-entity with its own emotional charge, its own logic, Christine, and its own agenda, Kimmy. This is why the demon becomes an accurate word, because across spiritual traditions, demons are not monsters. Let me say that again. Across various spiritual traditions, demons are not monsters, Cosmina Emerson. They are unintegrated forces that hijack the will, Don Marie. I am the glitch. Let me say that again. Across spiritual traditions, demons are not monsters. They are unintegrated forces that hijack the will. This is what the demon is. It's not just a frequency of a hierarchy of bad versus good. It is that the demon is a reflection of the shadow self that you or the narcissist refuse to integrate. That's what a demon is. The demon is a monster that is based on the unintegrated shadow self. So when we say the narcissist has demons, we are not being poetic. We are not being poetic. We are describing a psyche that has become occupied by autonomous shadow beings. In the background, I have monsters playing by Salt. I gotta stop for a minute. This is Monsters. Monsters by Salt, S-A-U-L-T. Woo! Yeah. Come on. Come on. Woo! Monsters. Come on. Hey! We are exposing the monsters. You heard me? I love you too, Christine. Yeah. So let me continue. I want to talk to you now about why your clarity activates demons in other people. Thank you, Dawn Marie. And this is the arrival, Kimmy, woo-hoo, at the central mechanism. A mirror triggers demons because it collapses the demon's dissociation. A mirror triggers Salt, S-A-U-L-T, Salt, Leanne. A mirror triggers demons because it collapses dissociation. A mirror triggers demons because it collapses dissociation. And the narcissist survives, Leon, through dissociation. Dawn Marie? the narcissist survives through dissociation because they split of fear, they split of grief, they split of inadequacy, they split of dependency, they split of shame, they split of guilt, and they split of remorse. And they build a false self. Thank you, love, peace, for me to be free. Thank you. Monsters by Soul. They build a false self on top of the wound. Do you see how damaged they are? Doesn't that make you feel empathy for all narcissists, Demilola? But the empath, especially the awakened empath, does something dangerous. And that is the empath sees too deeply. And depth perception is spiritual violence to the narcissist illusion. Depth perception, your ability to see, is spiritual violence to the narcissist illusion, because when you look at them, you don't just see behavior. When you look at the narcissist, you see the child behind the mask. And most of these narcissists are still 7 years old. They may be 50, 60, 70. You see the child behind the mask. You see the hunger behind their arrogance, Dawn Marie. You see the shame behind their rage. And you see the emptiness behind their seduction. Now, let me give you the deepest occultic truth. To see is to invoke. Thank you, Christine. To see is to invoke. I am that glitch, you said it. To see is to invoke. And it's important to realize that in many esoteric systems, attention is not passive. Attention is power. Attention is energy. Attention is evocation. So when you see someone deeply, you are not simply observing them. You are touching the architecture of their psyche. When you see someone deeply, you are not simply observing them. You are touching the architecture of their psyche. You see, and the narcissist experiences this as an existential threat. This is why they hate you. Now, I want to go even deeper into why you trigger them, why they hate you. And the really reason why they hate you is because they hate themselves. But let's go into physics and systems intelligence. In thermodynamics, I'm giving you the science behind this. In thermodynamics, entropy is disorder. Coherence is order. And a system collapses when it cannot maintain internal stability, meaning that the narcissist is a high entropy identity system. Their psyche is not unified. It is a patchwork of lies, manipulation, image management, self-deception, and emotional extraction. They are, the narcissist, a collapsing star held together by stolen gravity. Come on, who's hearing me? Who is hearing me? And if I'm talking to you, type transform in the comments. I want to know I'm talking to somebody. Excuse me. I'm losing my voice here. If I'm talking to you, type transform in the comment section. I want to know I'm talking to you. So the narcissist is a collapsing star held together by stolen gravity. Stolen gravity. But when you awaken, you become coherent. Your nervous system starts to regulate, Christine, Leon, DRM Hendricks. Your perception sharpens. You start to have boundaries. Your identity integrates. That is coherence, Mystical Raven. And coherence is like a mirror. Because coherent, you said it, what, Demilola? Because coherent systems reveal incoherence automatically. Peace and love, Janet. In physics, coherent waves amplify each other, like we are all amplifying each other here together, right? Incoherent waves cancel out. So when a narcissist enters your coherent field, their false self destabilizes, Joshua Adam, and they begin to feel exposed. They begin to feel judged. They begin to feel unsafe. And they begin to feel powerless, even if you said nothing. Even if you smile politely. Because your energy, the coherence from your energy is incompatible with the narcissist distortion. They implode. You see, this is why they suddenly call you arrogant. They call you cold. They call you evil. They say you are the narcissist. They say you've changed. You're not the same person. Yes, you changed. You became reflective like a mirror. Now, I want to talk to you about the mirror as a spiritual weapon. Why seeing through yourself means you see through everything. Now, I want to know if I'm talking to you. And if I'm talking to you, type transform. If I'm talking to somebody about this mirror effect, type transform in the comments. Let me know I'm talking to you. Let me know I'm talking to you, Rama. Let me know I'm talking to you. Let me know I'm talking to you. Let me know I'm talking to you, Kimmy. Let me know I'm talking to Leanne, Christine, Dawn Marie, Worthy, Tiff. Let me know I'm talking to you. Black P41, Ambrosia, Cosmina, Quick Dawn. So let me keep going. This is the highest part of this teaching. Oh, James, Mr. James Ellis. The mirror effect does not begin with seeing others. The mirror effect begins by first seeing yourself. Rama, 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 Rama. The mirror effect begins by seeing yourself. And the moment you truly start to see yourself, something terrifying happens. Accord? You stop lying to yourself. And when self-deception dies, illusions become visible everywhere, James. Because most human beings are not living as beings. Most human beings are living as masks. Let me repeat this. The moment you truly see yourself, something terrifying happens, Dawn Marie. This is Rama, Janet, this is Rama by Mirabai Seba, Mirabai Seba, Ceiba. And the song is titled Rama. Rama is one of the names of the divine. So let me say this again. Oh, I'm a rare person just like you, Christine. The moment you truly see yourself, something terrifying happens. You stop lying to yourself. And when you stop lying to yourself, illusions become visible everywhere, Diane. Illusions become visible everywhere. Because most human beings are not living as beings. Most human beings are living as masks, as scripts, as survival identities. So when you and I do the shadow work, when we do the trauma healing, and we do the inner marriage integration, you don't become paranoid. You become perceptive. You begin to see who is performing. You begin to see who is extracting energy. You begin to see who is emotionally immature. You begin to see who is possessed by addiction, NPCs, non-player characters, don't worry. You begin to see who is possessed by envy. You begin to see who is possessed by resentment. And yes, possessed is the correct word. Let me say that again. When you begin to see clearly, your discernment, Janet, you begin to see who is performing. You begin to see who is extracting energy. You begin to see who is emotionally immature, who is possessed by addiction, who is possessed by envy, and who is possessed by resentment. Because many people are not choosing their behavior. They are driven by unconscious programs. That's why Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Oh, come on, Bob. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Redemption song. Let me play redemption song. And if I'm talking to you, type transform in the comments. Let me know I'm talking to you. Let me know I'm talking to I and I. Let me know I am talking to you. Let me know I'm talking to you. Type transform. This is Bob Marley. This is Bob Marley. Redemption song. This is talking about what I'm talking about. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, pirates, yes, they rob by. Woo! Stole life from the merchant ship. Hey! Minutes after they took life from the bottomless pit. This is for all empaths. For Ireland was made strong by the hands of the Almighty. See Yahweh in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help me sing? Come on, Bob Marley. Redemption of freedom is all I ever had. Woo! Redemption song. Come on. Redemption song. You heard me, Niger Duchess. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Not that ourselves can free our minds. Let me repeat that part again. Redemption song. Here it is. Emancipate your mind from mental slavery. Not by ourselves can free our mind. Come on. So this all Bob. Come on, Bob Marley. Tell the people them. Do you understand? Long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look. I love this. I love everybody. One love. Let me continue. Most people are driven by unconscious programs. This is what the Buddha calls ignorance. Avijja, ignorance. This is what Carl Jung calls the shadow, Dawn Marie, Honey Bunny. This is what Carl Jung calls the shadow. This is what Christianity calls principalities. This is what the Gnostics call archons. Different language, same phenomena. So, projection is an attempt to expel inner content outward. And Carl Jung taught that projections are unconscious. It's a psyche saying, this is not me, this is you. So when the narcissist does not deal with shame, they export it. It's coming, Leon, don't worry. Jano, thank you for the blessings. It's coming, Leon. Thank you for the spell, the positive spell. You see? So when the narcissist does not deal with their shame, they export it to you. They don't face their rage. They inject it. They don't process their inadequacy. They accuse you of being inferior. So what is narcissistic abuse? Narcissistic abuse is forced shadow transfer. Narcissistic abuse is forced shadow transfer. Jano. Selassie. Obumankume, Obumankume, Odopajano, Dopajan, Obumankume, Obumankume. Odapijan, Osne, Odapijan. You see, I have to invoke the ancestors at every minute. The narcissist and narcissistic abuse is a forced shadow transfer. It is psychic dumping. It is emotional laundering. It is an attempt to cleanse themselves by contaminating you. It is an attempt to cleanse themselves by contaminating you. You understand? Oh, Jano. This is what they do. This is what they do. Oh, please. Don't you rock my boat. Come on, Bob. Rock my boat. 'Cause I don't want my boat to be rocked. Big up, Chicken George, wherever you are. Oh, please, don't you rock my boat. Rock. You see, so why does your mirror make the narcissist violent? I'm coming to the end. It's coming soon, Mystical Raven. When the narcissist sees themselves in your mirror, they don't experience insight. They experience annihilation because their false self is their entire identity. So when your clarity reflects the truth, their psyche interprets it as death. This is why narcissistic rage happens. Rage is the nervous system's last defense against collapse. Rage is a primitive fight response to psychic exposure. So when you become their mirror, guess what they do? They smear you. They triangulate others. They recruit flying monkeys. They accuse you of being abusive. They rewrite history. These demons, oh, these are demons. This is what they do. Abaya. This is what they do. Not because you attack them, but because your existence becomes evidence that their illusion is failing. Now let's go into the esoteric intelligence. In occult theory, an egregore is a thought form entity created by collective attention. So narcissists are often possessed by egregores as the egregore of superiority, the egregore of domination, the egregore of victimhood, the egregore of seduction. And egregore is spelled E-G-R-G-O-R-E. The egregore of control. These are not metaphors. This is information. They feed on attention. They feed on emotional reaction. That's what they do. I am not glitch. They feed on trauma bonds. Waco. So when you withdraw your energy and stop reacting, you starve the entity. And the entity panics. This is why the narcissist escalates when you detach. Because you are not leaving the person. You are disrupting a feeding, vampiristic, parasitic system. Shitstem, as Fela would say. You are disrupting a demonic, parasitic, vampiristic shitstem. And what does a starving parasite do? It bites harder. It bites harder. Am I talking to you? Am I talking to you? And by the way, if I can be of help to you, book a free session at innermileage.com with me, Dr. Nana Gyesie. So the empath does not become a mirror. The empath becomes something higher, a coherent light field. And in spiritual terms, you become presence itself. In terms of physics, you become coherent. In Buddhist terms, you become mindful. In Jungian terms, you become the individuation. In Christian mysticism, that is the illumination. And in Hermetics, this is the purified vessel. And when you reach the stage, you do not chase closure. You do not argue. You do not beg to understand. I'm looking for a Christine. You don't beg to be understood. You do not perform your goodness. You just are. Who am I talking to? You just are. Do you see what I'm saying to you? You just are. You just are. You just become fresh and clean. This is what happens. This is what happens. This is what happens. This is what happens. So the final truth is the mirror is not just a tool. The mirror is a law of reality. The mirror is a law of reality because reality itself is reflective. This is why karma exists. This is why karma exists. This is what karma is. This is what karma is. This is karma. Come on, outcast. Suppress it, claim. Woo! empaths arise, celebrate. This is what happens when you escape. You become so fresh and so clean. You get me? This is what happens. This is what happens when you escape. You become the mirror, because the empath's awakening is the return of truth. So when the empath becomes the mirror, they become aligned to the structure of reality. And reality is always reflective. So let me leave you with this. You do not survive narcissistic abuse to become smaller. You survive it to become coherent. It's that very presence becomes your mirror. That presence becomes your mirror. And those who carry demons will feel threatened, not because you attack them, but because the era of illusion is over. The era of illusion is over. And when illusion ends, truth becomes visible. When the illusion ends, truth becomes visible. And when truth becomes visible, the demons start to scream, because they cannot hide in the light of the mirror. When truth becomes visible, the demons start to scream because they cannot hide in the light of the mirror. That's the message, family. That is the message. That is the message. That is the message. That is the message, folks. That is the message. The demons start to scream. Look around you. Look on the news. What do you think this is all about? Your boss, I know. This is what happens. So you can start rejoicing. Even if you don't know what you're rejoicing for. Just rejoice at hearing the good word from the Divine Mother Father. And that is the beginning of your freedom. That's the beginning of your freedom. Rejoice, be grateful. So this is the message. This is why you, the empath, triggers demons. Because when the truth becomes visible, the demons scream. Because they cannot hide in the light of the mirror. That's the message. That is the message. This is the message. If I talk to you and this is connecting, type transform in the comments. Yes, Samira, you know what I want. If I'm talking to you, type transform in the comment section. This is Steel Pulse. This is Chant a Psalm a Day by Steel Pulse. Leon, chant a psalm. Chant a psalm, like the Psalms. Chant a psalm. This is mystical music. So that's the message, folks. If I'm talking to you, type transform. I want to know I'm talking to you, Bonnie. I want to know I'm talking to you, Dawn Marie. I want to know I'm talking to you, it's Brit. I want to know I'm talking to you, Janet. I want to know I'm talking to you. This is the message. So I want to thank you so much for your time and your attention. I want to thank you so much. And if I can be of help, you know where to find me. InnerMileage.com. All the details are in my profile. Book a free session with me at Inner Mileage. This is the message. Get behind me, Satan. Get behind me, Satan. Chant, chant a psalm a day. Chant, chant a psalm a day. Chant, chant a psalm a day. Woo! I'm in Seattle. Yeah, Super Bowl. That's right. Chant a psalm a day. Chant a psalm. Big up yourselves. Respect to everybody. One love. One love to you all. One love, Mystical Raven. One love. I'm in Seattle. That's right. I'm in Seattle, Washington. Thank you so much, Isabel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Soundgarden. Thank you so much. See you again on Monday, yes? One love, love. Big up the Gotham City. Big up Gotham City. New York City is a very spiritual place, you know, especially around the 9/11 memorial, those slave burial grounds, New York City. So blessed love, yeah? Blessed love. I am your servant, Dr. Nana Gyesie, inner mileage. Inner mileage. Book a free session. Yeah. Yeah. Give thanks, Selassie. May Yahweh be praised. Namo, Namo, Namo. Salam alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim Rahman. Rahman Rahim. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He was. Thank you so much. Yeah. See you back here on Monday. Ashe, 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 oh, Ashe. Oh, Morocco. What it is, Morocco? What's up, Cuison? 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 I love Gnawa music from Morocco. Gnawa, I gotta play some Gnawa before we go. Gnawa is very spiritual music. I'm gonna play some Gnawa for you, Lila. Gnawa. Gnawa music from Morocco. There's nothing like Gnawa music. Hey, Gnawa. Gnawa. This is what it's about. Chan, chan. This is Gnawa. So thank you so much, folks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to end with this spiritual music from Morocco. Gnawa music. Gnawa. Salam, Morocco. One love, all. One love, one love, one love, one love. One love. Hey, this is Gnawa from Morocco. Gnawa music from Morocco. Gnawa. Baba Mamnoon. Father Mimoun. This is from Al Top Gnawa group from Morocco. Gnawa. Yeah. One love, all. Thank you so much, yeah? See you on Monday. One love. Thank you. Gnawa.